What's poppin' YouTube? Today I am going to show you guys how to do a simple wig reinstall. This wig wasn't installed by me, it was installed by somebody else previously, but I am going to show you guys how I'm going to put this wig on. And y'all, this is not my client, this is a friend, but putting this wig on, I'm also going to show you guys how to do this in a timely manner, like if you were to run a business, and not just showing you guys how to install a wig. I know some of you guys might be on here to know how to do it on yourselves, and others are here to know how to do it on others running a business. So we're gonna be doing this in a timely manner. So this is what I'm working with. She already showed me a picture of what I would be working with, and as a beginner, it's always best to have your clients show you what you're working with before they come in. As y'all can see, it's not too bad. There's a couple tears, a couple bald spots, but it's not too bad. So you always want to go ahead and brush it before you go and wash it or bleach it or anything. So before bleaching it, I always go ahead and spray the front of the hair with Gots to Be. I try not to get it on the lace. I slick the hairs back. I do this only because when I bleach it, I try my best not to get any bleach on the hair, if that makes sense. So I'm just showing y'all that the roots on this wig wasn't dyed at all from whoever installed it before, but that's okay because I am going to fix that. So for the bleach, I only added 2 cups of bleach and just a little bit of the developer. I kind of eyeballed the developer. I just put some in until I got like this toothpaste like consistency. Y'all see how it's thick? And I kept on mixing it in between just to make sure that I wouldn't get it too watery. Reason being is because if it's too watery, it will seep through your wig and you'll end up over bleaching your wig. Even if you put it for the right amount of time, your wig is going to over bleach. Usually dealing with a reinstall, you don't have to bleach the wig because usually the previous hairstylist would already bleach it, but in this case, and this is not the first time I've dealt with this, the hairstylist before did not bleach this wig. And as y'all can see, when I'm applying the bleach, I don't apply it in the forward like motion. I'm applying it back away from the lace. I don't know if y'all see that. I can't really explain it. Y'all just gotta like watch. So most of you guys know this part. I shouldn't really have to explain. I'm just applying the Gots to Be glue to her edges, so you know her edges are protected and pulled back away from the glue. Ladies, gentlemen, this is the first step you ever want to do before applying anything to the hair, any wig cap, anything, okay? And this is the only time you guys are really going to see me use the blow dryer. You guys don't have to do this, but it's best to do this. Like literally, you guys will see a big difference. I always go ahead and like apply alcohol on the skin where I'm going to lay the lace, only because like I have clients that have oily skins, or sometimes they'll have glue access on their skin, and you always want to clear everything out. Make sure you're working with a clean foundation, because if not, that wig will start lifting early and it won't probably lay as like how you want it, if that makes sense. So right now I'm putting on the bald cap. Don't mind the noise in the background, guys. I'm still at the salon, but I'm putting on the bald cap. And when you put this on, you want to stretch it as much as you can. Any excess, you want to pull that back to the back of her head. So this step is an important step, and I'm going to explain why. You guys see where her edges is at? You don't never want to put the glue on the edges. You want to put it right where her edges would start, kind of on the skin. Really, that's what I try to do. I try my best not to ever put the glue on the edges. For this part, you want to kind of make like a thin layer. There's no reason to why you should be putting a thick layer of glue just to glue down the cap. You gotta try your best to make it thin, because I know that bottle will kind of pour out more glue than you expect or you want, but try to make the line as thin as you can. Guys, I will be putting at the end every product that I use to install this wig. I'm going to use this, I can't even remember the name, but this brand is a really good makeup brand for wigs. So I'm kind of like trying to match her skin, trying to see which number I should use. And you always want to go like just a tad bit darker than their actual skin color for the wig and the wig cap, because when you lay down the lace, it tends to appear lighter than you want, even if you're using the exact skin color. So you never want to use the exact shade of the skin. You always want to go like just a tad bit darker. And as I'm applying this, guys, y'all see that I start applying it away from where the glue is at. I try to apply just a little bit of makeup, only because when you apply the makeup where the glue is at, it's gonna appear lighter, okay? So guys, I am going to rinse the wig. I left this on for exactly 25 minutes. The average time is 15 minutes. You could go sometimes 20 or 25. You should never pass 25 unless you're dealing with a bad quality wig that has those huge knots, which people would really bring that to you. If you do come across those wigs, then yeah, you'll probably have to think about how long you would leave it in, probably more than 25 minutes. But I left this in for 25 minutes, and I'm rinsing it now, and I'm about to show you guys how the knots look after I've bleached it. So right now I'm going in with this purple conditioner. You should always use purple conditioner or purple shampoo after bleaching a wig or hair or anything really. And I'm not using a lot, only because I'm not using this to tone the wig. I'm just using it to make sure all the bleach is out. You always want to make sure all of the bleach is out for health reasons. Like, people can be allergic to bleach, and also the bleach staying on there, you never know if it can keep on processing the hair, which it will do. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, it will keep on processing the hair. So you want to make sure all the bleach is out. So right here, I'm going to show y'all what the knots look after I've done bleached it. You see there's a big difference. You can't even see them. So right now I'm going back to pluck the wig to my liking, and as y'all can see right there's a bald spot. I'm really doing this only because I want to kind of even out the hair, because like I said, I'm not the one who installed this wig before. So the wig is already plucked. I'm just kind of plucking it to my liking, trying to even it out. So I already went ahead and made my first row. I'm only making one row for this. Usually I'd make 3 rows, but that's unnecessary because the wig was already plucked. I'm only evening it out. So yeah, I only made 1 row. So when you're plucking, you want to hold that first row that you did, the first row of hair, in place so that you're not ripping the lace. And if you were to be dealing with like a brand new wig, you would want to hold that hair along with the lace so that it's not tearing or moving. So guys, this is how much hair I took out. This is not too bad, but yeah, this is how much hair I plucked out, guys. So guys, I am going to cut the cap. I cut the cap with scissors. I recommend that you always cut the cap with scissors, only because it actually takes off all the excess from the cap. When you do it with the shears, with the razors, you're gonna see a lot of excess left, and you will have to work harder to like kind of get that excess off. And with the scissors, you don't have to do all of that. So I always recommend you guys go ahead and cut the cap using scissors. Always start from the middle. You guys can start anywhere, really, it doesn't matter, but I personally like to start from the middle and go do the first side, then the other side. So guys, at the end of the cap, right in the front, you want to go back and add a little bit of makeup because that part is still white. You don't want to put it on the glue. Like I said before, don't put it on the glue because it will, when you put the lace on, it's gonna show, and it's gonna be light, and it's not gonna be pretty. So yeah, you want to put just a tad bit of makeup right on the edge of the cap where you had cut it. So guys, I'm going back with the ruby makeup and applying it to the lace, and this part is just, it's the same thing as what you were to do to the cap, except that this part I'm going to be mixing the colors because like I said, you always want to go a tad bit darker, but with the lace you don't want to go too dark. So you want to go darker than you were to with the makeup that you were applying on the cap, but you just don't want to go too dark, and that's what I was scared to do because she do have a light skin complexion. So I'm going ahead and mixing color number 10 on the right side with I don't know what color number that is because the sticker was removed, but yeah, I'm just mixing the two and applying it to the lace. So guys, I'm going ahead with the oil sheen and spraying the hair. Try not to get it on the lace because it is oil and it's gonna interfere with the glue when you're laying down the lace. It's not gonna lay. So this is what I was taught. I was taught to use the oil sheen. So shout out to Paramount Styles for that, because when I did try using the stick, the wax stick there, yeah, the wax stick like the other girls be doing, there be residue staying on the lace. Like I get a lot of wax stick residue on the lace, and that's oil. That's not gonna help the lace lay. Your lace is gonna be lifting. So this is what I prefer to use. I recommend this method instead of the wax stick, but it's really up to you guys. So I wasn't taught this, but I recommend that you guys measure the lace on the client's head before actually gluing it down or putting the glue down, only because this is really beginner friendly and it helps a lot. You can like eyeball or picture where you're going to be placing the glue so that when you do place the wig, you're not placing like too less or too much glue on the head. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, but before Paramount Styles taught me how to do wig installs, guys, when I would apply the glue, I would push the glue back, and I would be watching wig install videos, but for some reason, I never paid attention that you actually had to push the glue forward. So for people who don't know, yes, when you apply the glue, you have to make sure that you're spreading it forward and not backwards. And you want to even out the glue. I know I said you're on a timely matter, but child, it don't matter. Like, to make sure that glue is evened out, it don't take nothing but a couple seconds. So yeah, make sure the glue is evened out so that it dries evenly. And that's something that, even if you know that's what you're supposed to do or you know how to do it, that's something you actually have to practice on before you can get it right. And that's that don't go for everybody, but for me, I had to practice to actually get the spread evened. So yeah. So guys, I always let the glue air dry. I never use a blow dryer. You can if you're rushing, but I find that it dries better, and as you can see, it's dried out evenly. So I went ahead and added the 2 other coats off camera. In total, I added 3 quotes, no more, no less, unless your client asks for it. So yeah. Oh my god, now time for the fun part. So this is the hard part for some people, for beginners. I know it was for me, but this is actually the fun part. So putting on the lace, I'm not laying it down. When I first put it on, I kind of want to make sure both sides are even. And oh my god, I look so ugly. I look so tired. But you kind of want to make sure both sides are even. And yeah, and it's not like cramped up, because if not, your lace is gonna be like all wrinkly and stuff. It's gonna be wrinkled up. So yeah, that's what you have to do before you lay it down, meaning pressing on it. So yeah. So once you have it laid down, you kind of want to tell your client to go ahead and hold one side and make sure the other side is even and lay it down. Then you tell them to hold the other side. So then that way you can lay it down, press on it and make sure it's down. And then you can add the wig cap, which I'm about to do. So now that the lace is done melting, I left the band on for about 20 minutes. I'm going to take the band off. So now I am going to cut the excess lace off. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, if there's any excess lace where there's like no hair at all, or you kind of want to like even the lace out, because this is a reinstall. So this is really up to you. You kind of want to see where the excess lace is, cut it off, even it out, do what you have to do. There's no way I could really explain to what you have to do. You kind of want to, I can explain what you have to do, but I can't really tell you how, because this part is really up to you. You have to know where to cut, and yeah. So if there's any parts of the lace that's not glued down, that's not laying, you want to use the end of your rat tail comb or anything thin and like sharp, not sharp, but that can get under there. You want to use that and create some dots to put the glue there so that it can stick. Sometimes this don't always happen, but you're gonna find yourself in certain situations where you're gonna have to do this. So yeah. So right now I'm pushing all the hairs back, and any little strands of hair, I'm pushing them back before I actually melt the lace, adding the holding spray and stuff. So this is a trick that I do. This is how I was taught to do wig installs. So I'm kind of making a row to where I'm about to sew the wig, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why I do this. So the reason to why I do this is because this is gonna give your client kind of like a little facelift, and it's also gonna help keep the wig in place and like secure. Yeah, secure. So I sew just the, not the middle part, but the middle towards the front part, and while I'm sewing it, I make sure to stretch the wig down a little bit. That's what makes you get that little facelift, and also help your wig stay secure. And I also sewed the back, so yeah. Like I said, if you're running a business and not just doing this for yourself, your biggest enemy is time. So you want to do this in a timely manner. Always make sure, what works for me is sections. So I create sections. I split the hair in half, and I'm doing the back. If you're using a really good flat iron like this flat iron I have, I'm gonna be dropping the infos later on in this video. But if you're not using, I don't want to use the word cheap, but cheap products and tools, your results are gonna be way better. And this flat iron is a really good flat iron. So the back, I don't really make the sections as small. The front, I don't have to make the section small, but I go ahead and do it anyways. And as y'all could see, when I'm flat ironing, I use my comb. I barely touch the section of hair with my hand. Matter of fact, I don't touch it at all when I'm flat ironing the hair. And as you get to the top, you don't really have to try to get the roots, because like I said, you're dealing with time. You don't have to make everything perfect, because everything is going to turn out perfect if you use these methods. So the roots are really unnecessary to touch. You can still get them, but don't kill yourself trying to get the roots, you know. So yeah, because at the end you're gonna have to go back and use the hot comb to flatten everything down, make sure everything is straight and flat. So there's really no point. And as y'all can see, I don't really use a lot of oil sheen. I oil sheen probably three or four times for like 3 or 4 sections, and I only pass the hot iron, the flat iron, through only one time, so I won't damage the hair. So you want to go ahead and pull the section of baby hairs forward and cut it diagonally with the scissors. Some people use razors, scissors, doesn't matter. I use scissors, that's what I prefer. Do whatever's best for you. So I'm going ahead with this pencil iron and kind of curling the baby hairs upwards in an upward motion. Some people do downwards. I tried downwards, doesn't work for me. Like I said, do whatever's best for you. I do upwards, that's what works for me. And today I'm gonna try to go for more of a like soft baby hair look. I don't want her edges hard or the front hard, but I want everything sleek down but not hard. I don't like all that hardness and gel and stuff. So I'm going ahead with this mousse, and I'm using mousse, and I'm also using the yellow Gots to Be gel to try to do the soft baby hair look. This is the first time that I'm trying this. I know you have to use mousse. The only reason why I'm using the yellow Gots to Be gel is so that the top won't be looking like crazy, because like I said, I still want it sleek, but I want it soft, you know what I mean? So yeah. So now I am about to wrap her hair, and After I wrap it, I'm also gonna add the wig, the band, yeah, the band, just so it could be laid, just the, you know, that reinsurance that is gonna be laid when I take this off. So yeah, so I am going to hot comb the front. When I hot comb it, I do like 2 or 3 sections depending on how much lace there is. There wasn't much lace here, so I did kind of like 2 sections just to make sure that the top is like really flat, like how I want it to be. So yeah. So now I am going to spray the top to make sure that no hair gets out of place, so that it's in place. Don't worry, the hair is not going to be hard because of all that oil sheen that I had added in before. So it's really just going to keep the hair in place. It's not going to really harden it or nothing. So I'm smoothing it down after I do that. So this is the end results, guys. Tell me how you guys feel about this in the comment section.